live.
Let's go. Welcome to Top 4. My name is Peter. I'm an Arsenal fan. I'm joined by Robinho, a Manchester United fan.
3 points. Wait. That's it.
3 points. I'm joined by David, an Arsenal fan.
Free Aubameyang, guys. We need him. Free him.
I'm joined by AD, a Liverpool fan.
I could do 3 points today. I could do 3 points. It's been a nasty 2021.
Hey. What you need, my friend. And I'm joined by Oscar, a Chelsea fan.
Patrick Bamford, welcome to the AC Penitentiary. You've been locked up. Leeds United forwards, you've been locked up. I can't really claim much this weekend. I can't really claim much. I don't claim that.
Yeah, I thought that's for the big guns.
What?
Like, I thought the penitentiary was all about the big guys that are getting in there.
Well, Calvert-Lewin and Richarlison got it, so why can't Bamford get it?
Bruv, looking up this dibby man, but what's this, blood?
Nah, Suarez got locked up. Yeah, all the big boys got locked up too.
Yeah, bruv, that's what I'm saying, blood. You get the big boys, not these dibby man from
They're all getting locked up.
No. Bamford is fancy. He's fancy points. So that's
I mean, to me, him and Calvert-Lewin are the same Don. Yeah, they're the same. So
rightio, let's kick things off.
Black clots, bruv.
Go on.
Bruv. I'm a black clout young was late, bruv. What are you doing, bruv? Pattern up, man. Hey, bruv, what's wrong with you guys?
Man can't be late, you know. Man can't be late. Oh, snap.
The captain was late. What's happening here?
Before we get going, can I ask Adrian, are you watching the Liverpool game at the moment?
No, put it on now. What's going on?
Oh, okay. No, nothing's happened. I'm just saying the last time we had
Who's live at Molyneux?
I'm live at Molyneux still. I'm a bit delayed because I'm on Sky Go, but I'm live. What I was gonna say is last time we watched a Monday Night Football game of Liverpool, Southampton slapped them up. Ralph Hasenhüttl was crying on the floor. So who knows? Will we see Nuno Tears today?
Right.
Monday Night Football.
They're taking the knee, so they're about to kick off. I've got it on the background. as well.
You're mad behind me still.
And off we go.
I'm 1 minute in, boy. You're mad behind.
I was gonna say it's 8:02, lads. Like if we're saying
mad.
All right.
Like I said, I got this. I saw the shoes. No. I was behind. I've caught up now. I pushed forward.
Boss like Endo said the bro skis. He also said, "Come on, Arsenal, my second team." Shout out Endo.
David, do you want to put your 2 pence in on this while I come after with some rain on that parade? I'm sure.
Arsenal.
You're done now.
Obviously, we won 2-1. Yeah. Obviously, Arteta unnecessary drama at the beginning, but obviously, man's late. If man's late, fam, with the Lamborghini, hey, cuz. You need to sit on the bed.
Let him run that, fam.
No, because I was coming with smoke saying, bruv, why are you dropping the thing? We're 10th and you're dropping, man, bruv. I'm just like, calm. Man's been a couple times, man's been late. It's not the first time. Oh, calm, bruv. Do your thing, guys. Justified, no problemo, yeah? So, same old us first half. We're dominating the game. Smith Rowe, Death Rose hit the bar.
Jeez.
Who else? Lacazette was missing sitters, left, right, centre.
Cedric hit the post.
Cedric hit the post. No, I say after the thing. Then, he hit the post.
Yeah, Cedric hit the post.
Lamela did a mad thing, bro. Hey, bro. Ooh. You know them one you can't even say Jack or blood. I can't say that.
Is that goal of the week straight away? Can we just get that one out of the way?
Yeah. Goal of the week, goal of the month, all of them.
Yeah, it's already sorted.
Bottom bins, blood, right in the corner. I was just like, nah.
And also, the most annoying thing about that goal from an Arsenal perspective is that you lot were so in control of the game at this point. Like Tottenham had no sniff, they had nothing. Obviously, Son had the injury. Arsenal were playing nice football, trying to get the ball into the box, created a few chances, as you already mentioned, David. But this just came out of nowhere, and straight away you're 1-0 down. It was mad.
It was one of them ones where you know how we dominated the game, then obviously we're not scoring our chance. We miss sitters again.
If you don't take your chances, you get punished. Yeah.
And then Bish Bash Bosh thing plays the ball in. And then, bruv, Lamela just does a madness, bruv.
Yeah, it was a dirty, dirty goal. Dirty goal.
Well, disrespectful, bruv. Nah, man.
Pete, a couple comments before you go. The Arsenal Gooner said he should send him to detention. I don't know what that meant.
Aubameyang.
Aubameyang. My bad. I thought he was talking about Lamela. I was like, what's that? Abdi065 said, as much as I hate Arsenal, they are not too bad of a side. Take away that period from October to Christmas, which is like a big chunk of the season.
That's a hell of a lot.
October to Christmas. They haven't been that bad. They're beating United, Chelsea, Leicester, Spurs, and West Ham. The Arsenal Gooner says, always nice to see Spurs lose. I agree with you, mate.
It's always nice. Yep.
And then Lola O said the second Lamela came on, I said either him or Xhaka are getting sent off. We know who it was in the end, didn't it? We know who it was.
We do, and I guess Kieran Tierney can give Martial some lessons on how not to get sent off and get the actual man sent off. Because do you remember at Old Trafford when Lamela and Martial had a little thing, and really Martial should have stayed on the pitch.
But that was different because Lamela hit Martial. He didn't get no free kick. The referee didn't see nothing. Martial slapped him back. Whereas as soon as Tierney got hit, he went on the floor and he got the free kick. So,
I think for a red card, I think VAR would have intervened. No, if they thought that there's a potential misconduct, I think they would have gone for it anyway.
What, the Tierney one?
No, the Martial and Lamela one, because Oscar's saying that nothing happened when Martial got hit. When Martial got hit, nothing happened. It's only when he reacts that they go to send him off.
VAR went on job, bruv.
Well, I think they would have. It happened quick, innit? He gets
because VAR looked at it and then they sent off Martial and they didn't even give Lamela a card. So
I guess because the point in question is what's the latest foul? Was the referee not? Did the referee not? Was it
off, blood?
You're trying to back it up.
No, because Kieran Dyer, bruv. Man, they were both each other out, both of them off the pitch, blood.
No, because if you send off Lamela, Martial can't get sent off. It's the act. Remember the Van Dijk situation with the offside and whatever. The reason why one can't be punished is because you've made a decision on one of them, and so if you take, it's like in terms of the timing of when everything happened. It's why, for example, Pickford never got sent off.
Are you telling me if two players swing, the only one who gets sent off is the one who swung first?
If two players swing, it's another conversation. But what happened was an altercation happened, but then the second altercation is the one that got punished. If the first one gets punished, that's a different conversation. But the first one didn't get punished.
Bro, I'm all for both, blood. Fam, if both man grab man, both of them need to go off, blood.
But the question is then, if you send off, we're going on a tangent, but if you send off
big tangent,
if you send off Lamela, right, in the first place, is Martial allowed to be sent off? Because
yes.
Well, they've done the same thing.
They should both be sent off if they're fighting. I don't care who hit who first. A couple more comments, and then Peter will get your thoughts on this incredible game. Boss That Endo said, Peter, I told you about Odegaard, him and Emil Smith Rowe, threw it back to the days of Ozil and Cazorla. Pete, you've been giving Odegaard a bit of stick lately. I need to
First of all, I haven't given him stick.
We'll get onto it. We'll get onto it when it's your turn. Boss That Endo said, Peter sent Twitter into a frenzy with the tunes he was playing. Pete, what do you play? What do you play on Sunday?
He played Becky Lynch, the man. The man came on.
You know?
obviously, like homage, because obviously her dad passed away in it a couple of days ago. So I run that. So big up Becky Lynch and that.
Shout out Becky Lynch.
And then when Lacazette scored, Highest in the Room came on.
Yeah, you get me. Travis Scott. Abdi says that Lamela goal was haram. Peter,
right, okay, let's be very clear, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, let me address Odegaard while he's in my mind at the moment. I've not been harsh on Odegaard. I think I've been fair on him. I think there's a case of, like, even after Sunday's game, people went over the top with him, if that makes sense. Like, what's my man just said there about Cazorla and whatever days? Come on, let's pump the brakes. Odegaard has been okay. He's not been bad, but he's not been great. He's been okay. He's been doing his thing here and there. And I was hoping that he gets me some goals and assists. And the last two games, he's got us 2 goals, right? So fair enough, right? He's doing his bit. He's doing his piece. Sorry, guys, yeah, but I think we were lucky to win that game. And I'll say why. I don't think we performed bad. That's not where I'm going with this. I don't think we performed bad, but we were fortunate because, like, I don't know, David, I don't know if you touched it, but the starting 11, I'm sorry, when I saw that team sheet come out versus Tottenham's team sheet, I thought, bloody hell, come on now, give us a chance in this game, sort of thing. Because you look at some of the players that were playing in that side, right? And even with the Aubameyang situation, because I think he was in the starting 11 morning of. I think it was one of those. He was in the 11 anyway, but then he's replaced him, I think, with Lacazette. It's my only. I can only predict that.
Okay, Smith Rowe.
It was Smith Rowe.
You think it was Smith Rowe?
Yeah, I thought Oba was going to play left.
Okay, fair enough. I have a feeling that Oba would have gone up top in the centre like he's been playing lately. But so when I looked at the two teams, I thought, bloody hell, you know what? Like we'll do well to get a draw here because the team sheet I don't think was good enough. Spurs never came out, and that's fair enough. Whether that's down to Arsenal, I think if you're a Spurs fan, you're livid about your players. And I was thinking to myself, if Jose had any bit about him, he would get at his players for that. And it was funny because post-match, which was hilarious, by the way, we can talk about that later on, he said that the first half was terrible. And he was spot on because his team, because I think it was 1-1 even at the time, right? But his team did not, Bale did nothing, Kane did nothing. Mora was okay. And obviously Son had to come off early, right? But I feel like Spurs never came out. And if he had come out, who knows what kind of team, because I think we had the weaker side going into the game, right? I felt like it was never a sending off on Lamela. I'll be fair and honest about it. I don't think it was a sending off at all, okay? Because it's not a malicious challenge. He doesn't make it, and it's not even like he's looking at him, right? The first yellow card he gets, you can argue that was probably a red card because it was horrible on Partey. It was a terrible challenge. But the one on Tierney wasn't a card in my opinion. You can argue if it was a foul, but it's so innocent. It was very, very rash from my point of view.
I completely have it the other way around.
No. The Partey one was unbelievable, but
he wins the ball with the Partey one. He wins the ball.
Okay, but the Tierney one was not a foul. He doesn't foul the guy. Do you know what I mean? He's not attempting to hit the player. It's like it reminds me of the Sol Campbell on, I think it was on Van Nistelrooy or on Solskjaer at one time, where he's using his arms to get he doesn't really elbow him, but
it wasn't.
What's it called? The thing goes down as
Peter, the angle looked brazy.
Peter. Wouldn't you think that because he's done all of these fouls, the one on Partey and all that stuff, all of it's built up? That even just smack those yellow card just literally went over the line. No, so that's what I think he gets a second yellow. I think it's fair, to be honest.
Robin, it works the other way. Whenever somebody gets booked, you find more often than not referees being more lenient on the next fouls, even though they're just as bad. Because how many times, like there was somebody else who was on a yellow. In fact, I think it might have been Xhaka on a yellow. Somebody was on a yellow on our end, right? And Mourinho kept going on the touchline saying, look, how many times? He's got 1, he's got 2, he's got 3. And I think the player didn't get another sending off. I can't remember who it was. It's gone out of my mind. But and also, never a penalty either. So
let's just stick on this.
I just wanted to get it off and then go to the comments.
I know, but there's comments on the Lamela thing. So before we move to the penalty, because I know that's going to be a talking point as well. Let's just stick on this for a little while. Lola said it was defo a sending off, 2 yellow cards. He should have had cards earlier. She also goes on to say, why are you flapping your arms about? It's a foul.
No, we're human beings. How can you run without moving your arms?
Yeah,
guys,
but no, of course.
We don't. What kind of aerodynamics do we have that we run with our arms by our side? We don't.
Of course you don't.
Lamela had control of the ball, and he tried to literally stand up. Like when you're watching it there and then, you think nothing of it. The only thing that's making you think twice is, okay, Tierney's gone down in such a way where you're thinking, hang on a minute. Do you know what I mean? So I don't think that was a foul on Tierney. I don't think it was a yellow card on Tierney. Let me put it that way. I don't think there was it was definitely a yellow card. I don't think Lamela should have been sent off necessarily.
Well, what I think is on the first challenge, I can understand why it was a yellow, but Lamela does clearly kick the ball, which it's the way the game is refereed now. I'm not really a fan of that. I feel like if you win the ball, it shouldn't really be a foul.
Yeah.
But because Xhaka has a brilliant tackle in Arsenal's box later on, where he wins the ball, cleans out the man. There's no card. Everyone's saying it's a fantastic tackle. So I don't really understand that. But
the Lamela one was a bit dangerous, though, isn't it? The Lamela one on Partey looked awkward because even the way Partey lands, from one angle, depending on how you're looking at it, you think Partey has done his knee or he's done his shin, he's done his leg, because it's just the way it looks. It probably wasn't as bad as it looked, but the way it looked, it seemed like Partey, oh dear, we could be in trouble here. And even the way he fell and how awkward it was.
But then after that, Lamela makes a horrible tackle that goes unpunished. That definitely should have been a yellow. Then after that, it's the arm thing. I think we can agree to disagree on that. But
listen,
Lola says, "Nah, Peter, his arms were raised. He knew what he was doing." I think there's too much space between him and Tierney to the point where his arm, like Tierney's not on him. They're not shoulder to shoulder. His arm is far away. He's using his arm out.
It's not an elbow.
It wasn't a straight red, Peter. It wasn't a straight red.
Yeah, I don't care. It's not a yellow card because it's his hand. Like, yes, okay, is he a snide player? Look, we're going on the reputation. Yeah, fine. If you want to do that, go ahead and throw that on him. I don't mind. But what I'm saying is, let's take the incident in isolation. If any other player does that, you're not getting a yellow card. No other player is getting a yellow card with that kind of challenge.
I genuinely believe why he got his yellows because of the regulation of the tackle or party and all that stuff, and that's why it became a yellow card.
But then it's a wrong decision. But the point still stands. The point still stands. It's a wrong decision at the end of the day. Like, I don't think it was. I think Lamela was harsh to be sent off for that challenge. That's all I'm saying.
SW6 London. Shout out to SW6. He says Lamela is a madman. He's a naughty player who was always going to get sent off. Just a little update on the Liverpool game. Footy Agenda says Mane needs to do better. He takes too long to shoot. He just went around the goalkeeper, and you're thinking this is Mane's moment. 1-0. He didn't take the shot. No. He dragged it a bit too far wide. But yeah, it's pretty
lack of confidence.
Typical from Mane at the moment. Peter, go back to what you said.
First of all, it was never a penalty. Lacazette, you've seen him do this time and time again, where he just rolls over, he screams, he's bought the penalty. And so he's conned the referee there. I don't think even Davinson Sanchez clears him out. I think it's a bit of two. I think they both go at it together. The shot's been taken. Fair enough. I thought we were a penalty.
I need to ask a couple questions because
I'm not saying he got the ball. I'm saying that they both, like Lacazette, not like the ball scuffs off, doesn't it? It scuffs off Lacazette.
He misses it.
Yes, like I said, he misses it completely.
They both
but then the way that Sanchez kicks him is how the referee deems it as a penalty. I had to watch it a few times.
It's definitely.
I don't think it's a pen.
No, definitely.
The reason I don't think it's a pen is because Lacazette had a shot. Lacazette had a shot, and he went well wide. So
what? He's fouled him.
No, it's not a foul. It's definitely not a foul. It's a foul.
I don't know.
Is that what Trent done a couple weeks ago?
Yeah. Robin, do you remember last season there was a Europa League game Man United played? Rashford takes a shot, gets taken out after the shot, and United get a penalty. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah, it's a similar thing here. I think. Look,
I don't feel like he went for the ball. He was not stupid late for it to be like a pen. Right. He actually went for it, and the fact that Lacazette was going to be way off regardless, I just feel like it is a 50-50 thing. I'm not saying I understand why it was a pen, but in my personal opinion, I don't think I would have given it as a pen.
I genuinely don't know how it's a pen because there's no challenge really being made. Lacazette makes a meal out of it. He's called the ref.
He catches him. That's the
point I'm making, Oscar. The point I made was they both caught each other. Lacazette hits him as much as Sanchez hits Lacazette.
I don't think it's that.
Oh my God! Go watch the replay.
Okay, Lola O says it was a pen. Sanchez mad stupid foul in the box. He went at him leg above the waist. Before we go to David, I just want to pull up Boss Light Endo's comment. He said, "I told you, man, Peter is a closet Spurs fan." I feel like I'm doing a pod with Jermaine Genius. Like he's back in every Tottenham.
The thing is, what I've tried to do is just say everything in one go, be fair and objective as possible. I could come on here and talk about, North London is red, which it is. Nobody was in questioning of that anyway. But my point is, if I want to see the game, let me look at the game objectively. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to just look at it with a certain tinted glasses. Look, Harry Kane was lucky to stay on. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get all the points out that I just wanted to get out, just so that we don't harbour and stay on one point. But for example, Kane should have been sent off from early. That was a red card on Gabriel. How he remains on the pitch, I haven't got a clue. And he made another one of those, the sort of when he leans back on someone so that they can roll over him. I can't remember who he did it to, but he did that again. But
he's a nasty piece of work,
He's a horrible man. You know what I mean?
Give man a pounce.
Look. Not to say Arsenal didn't deserve to get the 3 points, because look, we put the goals away, but we were fortunate, I think, with and in the game, you didn't even clock that Spurs were down to 10 men. Like there were times in the game when I was watching, I was like,
they came out
down to 10 men.
No. They were better with 10 men than they were with 11 men. Much better.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, when we took the lead, obviously they came to chase, and we were defending more. So it's easy to say they were better, but I think like we kind of got into our shell a little bit because there were close calls. You know what I mean? Kane when he hits the post and the free kick, like there were close calls where Spurs could have easily, equalised in the game. And I saw a team as well where like when Bell got substituted, it was so hilarious because he's asking Mourinho, like, what, me? Like, you're taking me off. I'm looking at Bell thinking, bro, you did nothing today. You've done nothing to really, the players, I'm not going to lie to you.
You left the
Tottenham Hotspur I'm watching at the minute. I don't know about you lot. I don't know if you lot have watched Tottenham enough. But this looks like a team slowly not playing for this manager. I don't blame the manager for the way he's set up. No, it's definitely not a manager.
It's definitely Spurs and the way that Jose Mourinho has been setting his team up lately.
Explain his halftime. Explain his post-match then. Explain his post-match comments then.
Like what?
When he said that his team didn't come out, his team didn't play the football. They didn't play attacking. They weren't creative. He said that they were terrible in the first half. He said terrible, and yet they were one. It was 1-1 at the time. You know, what I mean? Arsenal weren't necessarily like in the winning stride or nothing like that. He was absolutely not happy with what he saw. But people have come. Hang on, let me finish. People have come under the impression that the first half, for example, is exactly the way Jose sets up and wants to play. But it's very clear he doesn't want to see this himself. And you look at the games when they were playing well at this season and they were attacking teams, just like when he was at Madrid, for example, he had the attacking flair going forward. He let them do their thing. He was very solid defensively. Don't get it twisted. But this is not a man who's trying to, you know what I'm saying? You know the stigma that he comes with. I don't see that in especially him at Tottenham, because his team completely didn't play for him. They completely didn't play. It wasn't a North London derby. It was not the way Tottenham normally take the game to us.
A lot of the players didn't cover themselves in glory in this game, but I feel like this is how Jose Mourinho has approached a lot of the big games this season. He's been very, very passive, and as you see, when they go a goal down, that's when they decide, oh, now it's time to play.
Exactly.
But I think he
only the post-match comments. Then, if you believe that's how he sets up, why then is he upset about the way he sets up?
Because I don't know. We watch them do it all the time. Yeah, the games you're talking about in which they've played well this season. Oh, what, Palace at home where they've come out and attacked? Like it's simple. Like this is what Jose.
Just Palace away. You're not going to talk about the other games this season when they
were. When was the last time they had a progressive good performance?
I haven't watched them often. I haven't watched them often enough. But I've seen games and score lines where goals don't necessarily tell you everything. But if they're scoring 3 and 4, like how many games in a row have they won? We've just stopped a run of theirs. I think that was like 5 games. Do you know what I'm saying? And then,
they've won their last 3 games.
But like at the start of the season, for example, when they were smacking Southampton, they beat Man United at Old Trafford. They've done a few games this season. Even the West Ham 3-3 when it kind of petered out in the end. That first half, Tottenham destroyed them. Like there were times where I agree when you say it's a typical Spurs performance because we've seen this from Spurs a lot. But what was clear to me this time round, I don't think Jose is the one setting them up like this anymore. I don't believe it's the case because he was furious about that first half performance.
I mean, I think maybe he was furious because they didn't do the defensive work as well as they have done in the past.
He talked about the creativity. He said they were not creative, they were not demanding. Like Spurs, guys, when you looked at the first 11 of both teams, Spurs had the stronger team. They were the stronger side.
Yeah. I looked at the 11s and I thought Spurs were going to win the game. But
yeah, exactly.
I generally think
none of the firepower was anywhere to be seen. Sissoko came on and somebody else came on. I can't remember who it was for. But the midfield didn't exist. Do you know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't. They were not good. They were not good at all.
A ton of comments flooding in because everybody's got a different opinion on this game. It seems.
Yeah, then we'll move on.
Boss like Endo said Spurs have played a bunch of bums recently. Don't get gassed up on recent form. I have to agree with that one. SW6 said no matter what the setup, tactics, etc., the basics of football, passing, Tottenham players have to take the blame. So he's pretty much on your side with that, Pete.
I watched Oscar, honestly, on the real, I'm not just saying it like to back Jose. It's not even that. Bro, when you watch them live, it's a different thing. Like, okay, not many people get the opportunity, of course, to go and watch these games. But I saw a team in a way where I thought, do you know what we've been saying about Jose and these sides? I think we need to take 5. When you watch it and you sort of, because every minute he was up, he was standing on the touchline, was moments when they were attacking. It wasn't defensively. Spurs weren't bad. When you think about it,
they weren't bad. Do you see Matt Doherty?
Yes, they were.
Okay, listen. Okay, if we're saying Doherty against Tierney, it was a mismatch. Don't get it twisted. And Emil Smith-Rowe had fun down there. Don't get me wrong. But what I mean is, in terms of like, they weren't making mistakes. They weren't giving Arsenal chances for days.
Oh, Sanchez made a mistake.
Where?
To give you the to go in the first half. Okay,
no. What I mean is overall.
It's a 90-minute game, bro. It's a 90-minute game, bro.
I mean overall. What I'm saying is that overall. I don't remember many mistakes. Of course, I'm talking not the goals aside. You know what I mean? I'm saying
that's the thing, isn't it?
Yes, but what I'm saying is overall. Okay, fine. They made one mistake with the penalty, right? But what I'm saying is I don't remember too many mistakes in the game. In the same way, like with Arsenal of late, we've been making mistakes for the sake of it. Even at Olympiacos the other night.
But Pete,
we're okay today. Yesterday.
In those games when you make mistakes, those are the days I have sympathy for the manager. Not in the days when it's your setup, it's the approach of the game that is actually costing you. So yeah, Lola O says Spurs don't play good football. They started poorly in the second half. When Son went off, their outlets were gone. She also said Arsenal played well and actually deserved the win. You spent most of your time talking on Jose. I feel like we should give some props to Arteta and Arsenal. Yeah.
But Oscar,
put in a really good performance.
But Oscar, this was the problem. When you kept stopping me after every point, it became that conversation.
Yeah, it's a conversation, isn't it? Like,
but if you fight, like, if I was able to just say what I think about the entire game, then it would be like, look, there was 50-50s. I'm mentioning both sides of the situation, both sides of the coin. Just because I'm not, obviously I'm not Arteta's biggest fan, and I'm not going to just be like, because David said, look, Arteta gets away with it because we won today with Aubameyang's not being in the side. I don't like that, because on another day, why should I wait till we've lost for me to then critique Arteta and say, look, dude, why are you not starting Aubameyang? Why
has he got away with it though?
Huh?
Because no caps, right? It's the North London derby.
Yeah.
Your captain's doing pirouettes on Muswell Hill. Late. Disrespectful. Go and give Emil Smith-Rowe, a player who actually cares, and you actually give you 110%. And guess what? You saw Dr. New one.
Try this.
I'm not president. I'm not coming late to North London derby.
Try this though. Yeah, but we don't know why he was late. I mean, look, we're making up stories as to what the situation was. Yeah, he was stuck in traffic in Muswell Hill in London. Okay, like anyone can be forgiven of that, right? I'm not going to tell anybody here on this podcast because you were late 3 weeks in a row, you're not going to come on the podcast. If you're my best performer, guess what? I want you on the pod because you bring the traction. I don't care. Like when it comes to this thing of let's just when he keeps firing the whole discipline thing. First of all, Arteta's never straight with everybody. On that, because he put some players out to dry, but then some other players he didn't do so. Right now, look, we don't know what happened with Aubameyang. We're only assuming what the news actually is, right? But let's say it is because of lateness. Is it that deep to put him on the bench for the North London derby? Come on! If it was a cup final, he would have not done that.
He wouldn't have, but I think it is. I think it is a bit of a power play. But regardless, you can still talk about how you didn't like his decision with the Aubameyang, but talk about the team's approach to the game, how they went at Spurs, how they attacked them, played the ball beautifully, and won the game rightfully so. I don't think there was any luck about it. I think Arsenal were the better team. I don't think Arsenal were not that great. I'm just saying I don't think Spurs turned up. And I feel like, Arsenal did what they had to do. They got their goals. Don't get me wrong. They got their goals. But like I said, I don't agree with the penalty, for example. I didn't agree with the sending off. I do agree that Kane should have been sent off. You know what I'm saying? So if you take those things into consideration, how does the game pan out at the end? Because it could be a 1-1 game. It could be a 1-0 Spurs win. It could have gone anywhere else. Like it's easy to say Arteta was great because we got 3 points. I mean that's so easy. No, but Pete, that's not what we're saying. In the first half, I specifically said Spurs went 1-0 up against the run of play. They probably shouldn't have been 1 up. The first shot of the game, they scored it. Whereas Arsenal were playing well the whole first half. Okay, what I'm saying though is that we weren't necessarily great, but Spurs did not turn up.
Yeah, Spurs were right.
And that's just fair. That's just fair. When you look at the side, Spurs did nothing, and that's just fair.
Like guys, yeah, I watch. As I say, you know me every week, bro.
The AFTV.
We wasted chance. As Peter's saying, all we're saying is we wasted chances, but this game we won it, bro.
Gosh, how is a negative approach? Do you know what? No, it ain't. Because what will happen is play the exact same way like we've done all season. We'll go to West Ham, and if we get beat, David's going to be the one talking, I told you, man. Sit down. And I'm sitting there saying, look, guys, yeah, I know we won the game, but let's be fair. It's not negative. If I'm talking about the game, about things that happened, tell me how I'm negative for saying Lamela shouldn't have been sent off, Kane should have been sent off, Tottenham didn't come out and attack, and Arsenal were lucky to get a penalty. How am I being negative?
I feel like the red cards and the fouls, those are opinions. It doesn't matter. But when you started, you said that Arsenal were lucky, and I feel like for a team that took the game to Spurs, created more chances than Spurs, had more shots than them, and scored goals.
Bro, listen.
Okay,
can I respond to that? Because we had the ball, I agree. But to say we took the game to Spurs, my point why I said we were lucky is because Spurs didn't turn up. It's like this, right? Were Arsenal lucky to win the FA Cup final? Yes or no? I
felt like you were.
You're damn right we were lucky. But my point is this though. At the end of the day, Arteta won the FA Cup, right? So that's all that mattered. It's all that mattered on that occasion. What I'm saying is, I'm looking at the game objectively. Oscar, you won't find another Arsenal fan probably that would say Arsenal were lucky to win that cup final against Chelsea because Pulisic was about to tear us a new one and he got hooked and he had to pull off, right? So I'm not being negative. I'm just saying, look, I'm a frigging reporter. What happened in the game? This is what happened. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying we were lucky to win the game because penalty wasn't a penalty and the fact that Spurs never actually came out the gates.
Yeah. Okay.
It's just light, brother. It's just light. It's not sweat.
SW6 says, I agree it was a combination of Arsenal being decent and Tottenham being shambolic.
Stop there. Oscar, he said SW6 was right. Decent.
I think we're good.
Right. This idea of we took the game to I'm not with that, guys. I'm not gonna lie. That's not me. I agree we were decent. We weren't bad. Yeah? We were
good.
So we shouldn't have lost. No, I don't agree. You
don't think you were good?
We were decent. That's not a bad thing to say. It's not a bad thing to say.
That's it, black.
No. But me and a lot of people in the comments think Arsenal were really good. So I don't know. Yeah, Boss Ender said you're being too negative. Lola said Spurs not turning up doesn't mean Arsenal were lucky. It means Spurs were poor.
If we were decent, though, it means we were unfortunate to win the game.
Pro Gray is funny. He said one could argue that Spurs were poor because Arsenal were much better.
That's what I started with. I said you can argue did Arsenal stop these attacking players and these creative players? And I'm just saying, watching it and watching the way the team was set up, both sides were set up. It was very clear to me that this was a Spurs side who didn't think that this was even a North London derby. It was that bad from Spurs. They were that bad.
Where does that come from?
Sorry?
Like, how can Spurs not be up for North London derby?
No, I'm just giving a description of what it looked like. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, like when full time came, Kane was so upset. He was fuming. He was furious because it means a lot to him. Do you know what I'm saying? So and it's not to say the players had the wrong attitude, They just did not turn up. And that's what pissed off Jose. They did not turn up. Huh?
Absolute trash, bro. I don't care about Tottenham, bro.
They were garbage.
I care about Arsenal. And what I'm saying, is there's too many games we've had this season. We're dominating the game. Man, them are missing sitters. And all I'm saying is we won the game, and that's calm, no problem, bro.
Lola said, luck implies Arsenal only had 2 shots, and both were goals. And if Arsenal played dead,
I mentioned the luck though. The luck I mentioned was that they went down to 10 men, and we got a penalty when it wasn't a penalty. That's lucky.
But you were 2-1 up before they went down to 10 men.
What I'm saying is, bro, is that the result at the end of the game, I'm saying, came down to a bit of luck for Arsenal, and Tottenham were poor. Arsenal played decent. Arsenal didn't play bad. Arsenal were playing like a mid-table side in 10th place, weren't we?
No, you weren't. You played so much worse this season. This is a good performance, man.
I didn't say we played bad. I just said we played like a decent mid-table team this season.
How about this? How about we put some more positivity on Arsenal? You went to Olympiacos and actually smacked them up.
Never. It's not happening, bro.
First of all, David gave that at the beginning. You got the positivity. I just came to give it some balance.
Never. I'm not, bro.
Lola says Casey, Emil Smith Rowe. Who's Emma? Oh, Odegaard and Gabriel were very good.
I'd even put DL there, to be fair.
They were good.
Yeah, Lola said Peter has overcorrected with this one.
Overcorrected.
Yeah, I mean that's yeah. Peter must have bet big money on Spurs winning, and he's lost it.
Like the starting 11, I was furious. I was upset because I want to win this game. And you guys know what my starting 11 is.
Yeah. You see this man, yeah? Did they watch the Olympiacos game, blood?
David.
No, we're not talking about the Olympiacos game. So what? That's not relevant, David.
No,
it is relevant.
You man don't watch your team, blood.
No, I watched it.
Arsenal played.
I watched it.
I watched the Olympiacos. No. They're getting on to us for being too negative.
About our performance.
Yeah, I'm not playing that.
David, if you're Arteta out, if you think the players are crap, that's fine. How did you play against Spurs?
I mentioned Arteta out. I've not said Arteta out.
No,
I've been objective about my team. But don't worry. Wait.
By the way, my analysis of the performance has nothing to do with the agenda of me not liking the manager. I'm talking about the day.
No. The only reason I'm saying that is because David brought up Olympiacos, and we weren't talking about it. We're talking about Arsenal versus Spurs.
When you listen at the end of the season, bro.
I don't care about the end of the season. Arsenal played well on Sunday. It's got nothing to do with that.
Oscar, the point David's making is this game could happen all over again, exactly like this, and we do lose 2-1.
And I won't blame your performance.
Whatever. Like we haven't been here all season doing that.
How many times have you lost games and I've said it's not Arteta's fault?
We didn't say Arteta though.
No, I'm saying that though. Like it's not the performance. It's not the. You can have a good performance and lose a game, guys. Come on.
Well done, Sherlock. I'm just saying it wasn't the greatest performance from us.
Yeah, but I feel like we've gone around. Oh, we can't speak on Doherty, but there's not much to say. It was awful.
Listen, Tierney and Emil Smith Rowe. Them men were having fun. That left side was getting peppered.
It was brilliant. It was actually brilliant to watch. Every single time.
Say again.
Gareth Bell didn't give a heck. He was just what? He was just like, you know what?
Adrian. That man, yeah.
You might let Arsenal to gas you, bruv. Don't let Arsenal gas you, man, bruv.
Gareth Bell was in Florida with the golf club there.
PGA Tour.
He was playing with the golf club. I swear to you.
And
he couldn't believe when he came off. Like when he came off, he was like, "Me." Ringo's like, "Get off, man! This guy. I'll put you in a big game here. You done niche." But yeah, no.
He's getting tag team by the flipping Dudley boys.
Oh man, 3D the lot.
Pro Gray said he was getting spun like an MJ vinyl.
No,
do you know how many spins MJ got?
No.
It's a whole lot of spins. It's a whole lot of spins.
Doherty, like a lot of people on the pod have said that Doherty's not been that great. He's not been good. Probably think he's crap. But man, he got spun, bruv. The guy got a beating and a baptism of fire on that right hand side, on his right.
Lastly, I was watching Monday Night Football just before this thing, and Thierry Henry's on there. He's brilliant on television, by the way.
Thierry Henry.
Yeah, and he seemed very impressed with a certain Arteta, and he was saying that basically he feels like he's in a project, and that Arsenal should just like see it out, kind of thing. And I agree with him.
Of course you would. You had Lampard.
I don't know about that. But...
Fair enough. Bell used up his second wind.
Nah, man, look, it's one bad game from Bell. You know what I mean? Like, it's just one bad game. He's been decent lately. And he was shocking to the ear yesterday. It was absolutely awful.
On the Liverpool game, it's still 0-0. 38 minutes.
I've been watching it.
Yeah, go on.
It's been kind of Wolves are kind of like going for it a little bit. It's been like 50-50.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Liverpool, their front three are stinking again. Like, Mane's not doing anything. Salah is somewhat non-existent. Jota, he's still like he's trying to get back into the game. But right now, Wolves is actually trying to give him the game. I feel like we're going to get a goal soon, and it's looking like it's going to be in Wolves' favour.
It's end-to-end, though, so we'll see. Boss like Endo said, Salah out, Mbappe in, please. This team is so tired. I don't understand. He said, I'm only awake because of you, man. Shout out to you, man. Stay awake with us. But I don't understand why Liverpool fans think Mbappe is coming to them. Like,
we can't afford him.
That's a pipe dream and a half.
They can't afford him. They'll be lucky to get.
They're trying to think the Nike brand, the branding, sports and all that stuff. It doesn't work like that.
Listen, Liverpool are broke. If anything that they taught you was that Coutinho sell is what helped and funded this team. They need another one. It's another one of those, bro. And if it means Salah going and you can get a good 150, 160 mil, then fair dues, isn't it? If you can get that, boom.
Salah? Nah, you're not getting that, bro.
How much for Salah?
Well, how
100 max?
I want to say 20. What is the Oscar? 27, 28? Salah?
I'm not aware.
He turns 29 this year.
Oh, is he 29 this year? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, it's 90.
Nah,
90 max.
I think it's over 100. I think it's over 100.
And who's paying that? Who's going to pay that, bro?
Barcelona at this rate.
Madrid. I can see Real Madrid going for it.
Madrid.
Wait, what?
I can see
Are you
Madrid
thinking about Mbappe's price?
No, Salah.
Oh, my bad.
Salah.
Right. Hey, Barcelona.
Mbappe.
Hey.
For your agenda says
Barcelona are in.
From FSG Puppets to Bobby, 9 goals and 60 appearances. Firmino and Sadio purple patch Mane stands. I don't like his playing style, but this agenda reeks. 420 goal a season isn't enough.
No, the Salah hate is unbelievable. I mean, the guy is still Leng man. You know what I'm saying? I'll still take him any day of the year. He is a bad boy. Liverpool ain't playing well as a team. Never mind Salah. Salah's still scoring goals in general ones. It might have been a minute, but is he still the top goal scorer in the league?
Yeah. But I think Kane and that are one behind.
But like, how long has it been since Salah scored in the league?
Not that long.
Testing my memory.
I genuinely feel it's been a couple of games. Because
what? West Ham.
Is it
West Ham? Was Man City before or after West Ham?
Before.
Okay.
It was before.
Actually, was it?
Yeah,
I don't know. We've had so many beatings. He definitely hasn't scored at Anfield. I can tell you that for free.
Not in 6.
Speaking of West Ham, lads, let's go to Old Trafford. Manchester United, just about there, got the 3 points. Even if they do use the opposition to get them the goals, Robin, is that all it takes? 3 points?
I would say it wasn't. A lot of people saying that game was shaky. I wouldn't say it's shaky. I thought Man United were actually more comfortable than what people make it out to be. Yes, it was a 1-0 on goal, but West Ham didn't have any chances, really. I literally thought that we were the wasteful ones. Greenwood hit every single post in that game. Like, he was on job. He should have had an assist, but Rashford missed an awful header that should have been straight in. It was nice to see them actually give him a chance. I would have liked Rashford because I feel like Ollie keeps rushing this brother back. He needs a rest, and playing him for that long, that saying yes, he's had a sore foot, but his back is still hurting. So I would have liked to see more of a Mad, especially on when he had a great 45 minutes against AC Milan. So all in all, there's nothing really much to say on this game. It's that we were quite comfortable. I didn't see us threatening. Dean Henderson had a good game. We didn't touch the ball. Maguire had a good game. Shaw's having his best season. And I feel like this season, he deserves to be our player of the season. Really? Yeah, sure. I feel like, even though Luke, he got it last season, which was a lot of question marks.
Yeah, that was weird.
But that was very weird. But this season, he's actually proved, like, you know what? This is my position and I'm holding it down. So he's been in an actual position. Look at everyone's position. He's the only one that's been consistent in the whole team.
I can't lie.
The whole season.
I can't lie, Rob.
So, yeah.
if I was Bruno Fernandes, and Man United try to give that award to anyone else but me, I'm fighting everyone. I'm fighting.
Oscar, he could have fought it last season as well. He could have fought it last season. To be fair, he rescued them.
No, but he did win it last season. He won the Sir Matt Busby. It was him and Martial. But Luke Shaw won the player.
What do you mean him and Martial? No, Bruno should be number one.
Bruno won it. Bruno won it last year by 2%. Ahead of Martial.
Yeah, but you just told me Luke Shaw was the player of the year last year.
That's what I was going to say, yeah.
I mean, how many awards have you guys given out?
So we have two.
Give me the one.
The Jersey one. Oscar, do you remember the Jersey one? When he gave it to McTominay?
Yeah, so there's two. So there's the players one. So the players one is what the players, the internal for, they vote for their one, and that was given to Luke Shaw. That was the weird one. Was like, really? Luke Shaw?
He's bought them
and
around.
Bruno won the actual main one.
He's bought them around. There's no way the players thought he was the player of the season.
Good luck. Give him a pat on the back.
Yeah, so that's why we're like, okay, interesting.
Get the Guinness.
But yeah, I'm saying this. I'm saying this season now, he's really stepped up. And as much as Bruno has had the goals and assists, and he's like up there in the league and all that stuff, which is a very valid point and all that stuff. I'm saying in terms of actually someone that's actually doing their role job consistently good, because we even get frustrated at Bruno as well. I can't really say much about Luke Shaw in terms of bad way.
He's a left back, man.
No, I mean, I don't think you can say anything bad about Luke Shaw. I agree, but I do think Bruno has to sit there and say, "Hang on, just a minute. Without me, would you not be in the Champions League? Let's just pump the frigging break. Even this season, he's the top goal scorer and the top assist, isn't he, for Man United? This brother's like, come on. He even got the assist for the Dawson own goal, for crying out loud. This brother was like, come on.
Moving on to the game, I do want to talk about the fact that David Moyes, I feel like he's still on the payroll at United, because this up there. What's that Anderson? West Ham are bloody pathetic. They did nothing. They made it too easy for United. Moyes bottled it. Man United have confirmed top 4 now. And do you know what it is? Because this Manchester United team without a Paul Pogba, it's just so like, I don't even know what's the word, Robin. They're lacking seasoning. Like, they literally are lacking seasoning. They're just.
I hear that.
Yeah. It's Saxar, isn't it?
There's nothing to them. Oh, it's just so
Oscar, do you know what
they were also missing? Lolo's right. They were also missing Lingard. I feel like Lingard has been a massive help for them.
But again,
no, Oscar. Do you know what?
It is the.
Do you know what? Yeah, I think like West Ham, obviously they did approach the game differently. Not all the players that have been playing lately played, right? So Moyes did go with a cautious approach, but I don't blame the guy. Do you get what I'm saying? Because
I blame him.
Nah, man. Because bro, at the end of the day, like, it's back to the luck thing, innit? Yeah, they were unlucky to get to not get a point because it was their own undoing that. You know, they didn't leave with a draw. If they left with a draw, all of us here would say Moyes. You know what I mean? We'd be giving it that.
Are you saying they were unlucky to draw?
What I'm saying is, Oscar, what I'm saying is they conceded it was an own goal. So you take away the own goal. And Fabianski, by the way, played a blinder, right? He had a blinder. Don't get me wrong.
Very good game. Very good.
Let me finish. Look, Man United should have won the game. I'm not saying that they shouldn't have, right? I'm not saying West Ham were in the game. What I'm saying is, at the end of the day, the only reason Man United took 3 points is because West Ham conceded an own goal. Had they not conceded the own goal, you would have said 0-0 at Old Trafford, and Moisey goes back to East London in the top 4 with a point at Old Trafford. Great result.
Okay, but they did concede the own goal, and if they didn't concede the own goal, Man United were going to score in that game. They created a ton of chances. Greenwood missed chances. Rashford missed chances. It was No, it's not easy to say. Manchester United were by far the better side, Peter.
I agree, but the facts are the facts.
About it.
No, but bro, the facts are the facts. If they don't score the own goal, doesn't mean Man United will score a goal. We can't go on that.
Oh, come on.
We can't go on that. You can't tell me to say Man United were going to win.
No, but it's not. I think they were, because they were the better team.
They were the better team. What I'm saying is, in hindsight, West Ham will feel like, damn it, we could have got a point out there if only we defended that one opportunity well. That's it. They would have left with a draw. Moyes, I think Moyes actually went to Old Trafford with a good game plan. The
reason I don't think that is because I think Manchester United won the game 1-0, and I'm sure, Robin, you can agree, they felt like they should have won it 3-0.
Did you watch them against Man United at London Stadium?
No,
when he went out,
so I agree with
football, hang on, Robin, one sec. When he played football and Man United picked them off the park, because Man United's strength is what? If you come out at Man United, they will sit there and they will take you on the counter. And Moyes didn't want to risk that opportunity again. I get it.
But
like I don't think that's the issue. I feel like when sorry to interrupt. Adrian's happy now because he's seen what's happened.
Oh yeah,
we've had a goal and it is 1-0 to the Liverpool. Jota. It is Diego Jota on the score sheet. So it's a tiny finish. Do you want to say something about Adrian?
Yeah, man, yeah, good goal. I think when you've got a potent forward in your front line, you can actually score goals, unlike the other guy. Who I won't speak on. Yeah, man. Yeah, good. Fabinho and Thiago looking comfortable in midfield. Yeah, we move, man. Yeah, we move.
Well, yeah, he's like,
just my last point on that. I feel like Manchester United were by far the better team. Rashford missed a sitter. Greenwood missed not necessarily a sitter, but a really good chance where he smacks it off the post, has the keeper beaten already. Yeah. And I think if those goals go in, United win the game 3-0.
That's what I agree with.
You know what I mean? And no one's looking at it like,
Yeah, I know.
That's why I say that I feel like when people say that it was a tough game, I said, no, it wasn't a tough game. Like, we literally just didn't put our chances away and we were quite lucky to get the own goal, but West Ham were not threatening. That was simply it.
But I understand why they came with that approach. It totally made sense.
Yeah. SW6 says Man United are bran flakes without Pogba. Dead game. Abdi065 said Oscar without Pogba we are meaty. We're so boring to watch. We're only in the top 4 because we're crap. Wait, what? Because everyone else
scrap. Everyone else scrappy corrects himself. There was another comment saying that Bruno is one of the best players in the world. Like there's. What do people? I want to say this. Look, listen, guys.
Pro Gray.
I'm Bruno. I am Bruno. Guys, I'm Bruno Fernandez's lawyer on this podcast. You need to understand this. I love the dude.
Are you sure?
I love the dude. Oh, dude, I love him to bits. I told this guy, I do not care. Now, I told everyone on this podcast that listen, I do not care if he plays crap. If he gives me a source and this, let him carry on. I love the guy to bits. Yeah, I'm just saying we shouldn't just underestimate what Luke Shaw has done this season because throughout his time on Man United,
can I say something?
Time on United.
I don't understand you. Peter, Adrian, David, I don't know if you get this. Manchester United fans have this obsession with Luke Shaw, and I don't really get it. Yeah,
no, it's not. It's because we. No, you need to understand this. You need to understand this. For the last 4 seasons that we had, we thought this guy was shocking and needed to be sold and all that stuff. So what's happening is this season is that he's playing a decent season, and we're like, oh, okay, so you can actually do stuff. So yes, the whole breaking leg, all that stuff. We all remember when Brian Howe said this is going to be the season on Luke Shaw. We all remember when he came back, he wasn't doing it, all that stuff. So it got to the point that okay, like I say, you can give 1 season, but when it's 4 seasons, it's like okay, it's not working out. So we're all happy to move on. What we're trying to say is that. Yeah, but what we're trying to say is that this season he's having a decent season and it shouldn't go unnoticed.
But he's not. That's
not what you said.
I'm saying
Bruno is the player of the season for Man United and has been for the last 2 seasons. Even if he did only half a season last year, he is the player of the season for Man United.
I still disagree with that last season, but anyways, I digress. I'm just saying, for someone that's doing stuff, someone who could probably play a season. Understandable. I wouldn't be upset if you didn't get it. If that makes sense.
You wouldn't be upset, but Bruno Fernandes would be upset.
Oscar, let me ask Robin a couple of questions very quickly. Yeah, just quick. Yeah. First of all, Ollie's new contract. And secondly, has Manchester United progressed since Jose left?
In some ways.
In some ways, you can say yes. In some ways.
Smokes.
But overall, they're in the same place.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Guys, it's same old. You're how many players against City? 14, bro.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the reason. That's all I can really say. So there's some aspects, yes. I'm not seeing negative people fighting against each other, the club, all that stuff in the background. But at the same time,
no one's there. No one's at the game. That's why.
Second of all, no, I'm talking about like in training politics, all that stuff. How Mourinho's saying like, "Oh, Pogba will be captain again," the virus, all that stuff. I'm not seeing that, and all that stuff. But at the same time, we can say so much about Oli that it will take too long to be on this podcast. So there's ups and downs on what we're saying. This week for Manchester United is really a defined week for the rest of our season because we've got AC Milan and then we got the FA Cup. So
what a stinker, by the way, against AC Milan last week. What a stinker.
You know what? Yeah, that game, it showed me two things really. One, we really underestimated AC Milan, especially with all those injuries, or seeing how good they can actually play. And two, sometimes players just switch off at the last minute, and it's been a constant factor. It's like, guys, the game doesn't end until the whistle actually goes. And I felt like with their away goal that they conceded, we literally let that go in. So there was a question if it was between Dean Henderson, you should have saved it, which I agree, you should save it. But at the same time, there was no one marking the guy in the box. It was a free walking header. And all someone just needs to do was stand in front of him and just head it out. And literally, it was the last second of the game. So now we have to go to the San Siro and score a goal. And going to San Siro and scoring a goal is not an easy feat, especially if you don't score that goal out of the competition. So it's going to be a big week for us. But I'm happy that we've got Pogba back now. We've got Cavani. We've got everyone else slowly come back. So hopefully we've got like our big guns and we can just do something. Because I would like to win a trophy this season. I feel like top four, we've got it pretty much. So I would like to see something on top of that. And that's really to on United.
Cool. Robin, have you got special content coming for us on Thursday?
Maybe. We'll have to wait and see. No confirms or stuff like that just yet, but we'll wait and see.
All right, we'll keep you guys posted on Twitter, but there might be a little post-match coming after that.
Question, lads. Since this is called the Top 4 podcast, is the top 4 right now fixed? Is it done? Are we?
Definitely not.
No.
So many. It's a real rumble.
Fourth is still available.
Fourth and third, bro.
Yeah. Let's do it out of the woods, yeah.
Really? Do you know what? After this weekend's results, because of the way things panned out, you know, like how West Ham dropped points, right? But you know, Liverpool are playing. Everton dropped points. Tottenham dropped points. Villa dropped points. Chelsea dropped points. I feel like maybe Brendan might be okay. I think he might be all right.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I might have to eat those words. I think he might be okay. Because do you know what? Yeah, for Leicester, if Leicester drop this, because Oscar, you're saying third might be up for grabs, but I'm looking at Leicester. They're 5 points ahead of Chelsea, right? And
that's not a lot, you know.
I know it's not a lot, but we're expecting 2 games to go the other way. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, they still want to come to Stamford Bridge.
And there's like what, 9 games left?
Yeah, there's about 9 games. About 10, 9 games left. I don't know, because Liverpool ain't serious. Everton ain't serious. West Ham, I think, haven't got enough.
Yeah, they haven't got enough, unfortunately.
I don't think they got enough. Spurs are another unserious one. Do you know what? The weekend kind of, for me, made it feel like if there was a time to capitalize, it was this weekend. And I don't think anybody really did, except, Man United and Leicester just went away, if that makes sense. They just won the leads that they had.
It's crazy, man. We got 9 games to go. I don't think it's over by any stretch. Iklas Elmi says, put some respect on Leicester, man. They've made it. David, what are you saying?
Is Chelsea in Champions League?
Yeah, we're in the Champions League. We're playing Wednesday.
Champions League. You're going to drop points. West Ham, not serious. Who's the other team?
Spurs. Liverpool, Everton, Spurs.
Everton, you lose home to Burnley. Sorry. Bye-bye.
Yeah, off you go.
Look at that. How are you losing at home to Burnley?
Simple, bro. And I'm not serious, bro. Liverpool, I don't know in it. Liverpool,
and the thing is, it's one of those. You'd think the top 4 race would come down to the fact of like head to head. You know, when Leicester play West Ham, what's that going to be? When Man United play Chelsea, what's that going to be? But if you're losing at home to Burnley, and you know, and let's be fair, you know, like Liverpool losing to Fulham and the like, right? You know, you can't respect I cannot respect.
Burnley, Brighton, drawing at home to West Brom.
Sorry. Some of these comments I'm reading are flipping wild. All right. Iklas Elmi says, Peter, this time last year, Leicester last season were 8 points ahead of United, 9 games left, and they missed out on top 4.
Trust me, look, Iklas, trust me, if there is a man who has stood against Leicester in the last 2 years, it's been yours truly. However, I am looking at what is taking place right now, and I don't even think even Leicester and Brendan Rodgers can fall from this one. I think it's too far. I think the games will run out. I don't think Leicester will go ahead and start winning bare games, but I think the games will run out for Liverpool, West Ham, Spurs. I think it'll just run out of time.
Footy Agenda said, God help Liverpool and Arsenal fans if either of their teams end up in that Europa Conference League. The league song leaves much to be desired. I haven't heard the UEFA Conference League song.
Whatever it is, can it, bruv? I'm not interested.
Don't win it.
Can it, bruv?
If you know what teams can enter that competition, ladies and gentlemen, yeah?
Is that the Intertoto Cup on steroids?
Like, it is the Intertoto Cup on steroids. Like, it's a team from, like, you could play a team from San Marino. The whole population of San Marino could be at your away ground. That could be a way in.
That is
the whole 2000 could be there.
Endo said Leicester's last 3 games are United, Chelsea, Tottenham. It's tough.
It depends how you flip it, though.
I mean, I guess. SW6 says it's going to the wire. Iklas Elmi said, we're not making top 4, Oscar. I told you, man, about this Tuchel. Whoa.
No, Robin, kill him. Let's get to Robin, kill him.
Robin, kill him.
No, you said that I'm going to catch Manchester United, 6 points and all that stuff, and we're there. Don't try this. We're not going to make top 4. No, you said Tuchel ball. You were here. I remember this. You're coming for us. Don't try this live.
Receipts FC.
Before Tuchel even kicked a ball, the team even kicked a ball, he was saying, Chelsea are going to catch Man United now. Chelsea are going to catch Man United. Then we go into the top 4. He was like, see, I told you, man, it's happening. I told you. Now we're not making top 4, apparently.
Man.
You can't flip like that unannounced.
Oscar, Chelsea unbeaten again. On their unbeaten run. Tommy Tukes, you know what I mean? He's keeping his powder dry. What have you made of Chelsea at Ellen Road? Which awful pitch, by the way. God awful pitch. When you look at the grass there, and you look at the grass that was at the Emirates, the Crucible, the carpet. Yeah. Shout out to the ground staff at Arsenal.
That's one thing you can always give Arsenal.
Do you know what's so funny? Yeah, do you know what's so funny? I was watching the game with my dad, and then I was like, this pitch is so bad. And he was like, well, yeah, it's always been bad at Chelsea. I was like, actually, Dad, it's Ellen Road. So have that one. He tried to dig it back to Stamford Bridge. I'm like, it's not even on that.
Oscar, do you know what though? But, you know what? Dad, because you know what? Northern clubs have been running amok with these dodgy pitches for years. The 90s was a joke thing, blood.
Hey.
I don't give a damn.
Do not hate United's ground.
I'm hating United.
United ground stuff.
I've seen Cristiano Ronaldo in the mud, fam. I've seen him scoring goals in the mud.
Crisp.
Yeah?
It's crisp.
It's not crisp. It's not crisp.
United ground stuff.
That's an
old awards, my friend.
Listen,
my guy get awards.
Anything north of Luton, it was a mud heap. Every one of you was a mud heap. It's why we couldn't win away from home. We couldn't play football. Like the ball was moving and bouncing. You know what I mean? Blackburn, Bolton, horrible grounds.
Nah,
Leeds was a throwback. That was a throwback.
Honestly, that Leeds pitch was so bad. I thought Tony Yeboah was going to come on and start throwing worldies. What is going on here? What is going on here?
Mate, it did send us back. Oscar, though, disappointed? How do you feel?
He said, didn't they buy the pitch from Spurs? I don't know.
Leeds?
I don't know what that means. Did they do that? Can you do that? I don't know.
Well, they transported it.
What, from White Hart Lane, the original?
I don't know, bro. I don't know. Whatever it was, whatever Spurs gave them.
I was on by a pitch.
Okay. Let me take what Iklas is saying, innit? Because he's obviously saying that like he was gassed about Chelsea before. He's no longer gassed after the United game. I feel like we have a right to be disappointed against Leeds. Leeds conceded the most chances in the Premier League. Arsenal scored 4 against them. United scored 6. So the fact that we're playing them and we can't score a goal is very, very worrying. Very, very worrying. Lola said Chelsea are so higgy in attack. And it's true, man. We don't create enough chances. And when we do create chances, our finishers are just not sharp.
Is that fair? You don't create enough. I think you do create.
I feel like we've created a lot in the past 2 games. I feel like before that we weren't creating chances.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
And I feel like we had Havertz up top this weekend, and I feel like if he had reps, if he had played 5 games in a row, no, because your fitness, you need to keep going. A bit of consistency goes a long way. If he had reps, he would have put one of those chances away. But because he's not really played football too much this year, it didn't really come for him. I was very, very disappointed in the fact that we didn't score. Honestly, I think our best attacker is Callum Hudson-Odoi. Yeah, and I know people want to talk about Pulisic, they want to talk about Werner, they want to talk about Havertz. When Hudson-Odoi plays on the left wing, we are best prime for scoring goals and creating chances. Yeah, so the fact that he's playing at right wing back, or against Leeds he didn't even start, which I understand because he's probably saving him for Atletico, but this kid is our best hope of winning a football game. And I feel like when we've got the other players, Havertz, Mount, who else is there? Ziyech. Oh gosh, guys, Hakim Ziyech was awful. He was really, really bad. And I don't want us to change the system because we're currently playing 3 at the back with this with the 2 wing backs and 2 central midfielders, Kante and Jorginho. Those 2 central midfielders do not progress the play to our attackers. Yeah. So it makes it really, really hard. I don't want us to change that because as I've been bragging about, our clean sheet record is very, very good. We're keeping a lot of clean sheets. Defensively, we look solid. Shout out to Andreas Christensen, AC Hive all day, every day.
On Andreas Christensen, though, do you remember that pass he gave to, what was his name? I can't remember who he gave it to. One there. But I was like, please capitalize because this penitentiary needs to shut. It needs to end. But,
hey, my heart was in my mouth, bro. I thought it was it.
It was a back pass. It was like a lovely cushion pass. And then he just started jogging back. I'm like, brother,
He didn't handle that very, very well. That's frustrating. That's frustrating that we can't create chances, man. And obviously, everyone at Chelsea is screaming, "Oh, let's bring in Haaland, please, 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 bring in Haaland." And Haaland would change everything, but it is a bit of a pipe dream, isn't it? It's a bit like Liverpool fans asking for Mbappe. It's a bit like,
Oscar, I don't think that's the same. It's the same.
Yeah, it's more realistic.
Chelsea can go.
It's more realistic.
It's more realistic. It's more realistic. I remember people spend the money, but like, if we don't get Haaland, then what?
Yeah.
I have something else to bring to the table, but I do want to read the comments before we get onto that. Iklas Elmi says, unbeaten, 3 draws in 5 games, 3 0-0s in 10 league games. The bounce is ending. Watch Atletico beat us, then man will see. Oh, bro, no. That game has told me a lot about where we stand as a team. Ziyech out. Overreaction, Iklas, overreaction. What are you saying, Pierre?
Atletico are actually presently surprised that Chelsea got the first leg in the bag. Do you know what I mean?
It just 1-0? Was it 1-0?
It's 1-0, but our goal is an away goal. So now
exactly. They won away from home and got a clean sheet at Atletico.
And they didn't get to play in their home stadium. We're playing at Stamford Bridge.
Did they not? Where did you play?
I can't remember. Some random stadium.
What? They were not allowed to play at home, but you can play at home.
Yeah, it's a joke. It's a joke. Robin, don't defend it. It's a joke.
Yeah, so English teams can play at home.
So why didn't
play at home for some reason?
Why didn't we?
You're in Europa.
Depends on the country you're playing against. No, but because we play at Old Trafford.
Come on.
But no, we're going to the San Siro. We're going to the San Siro on Thursday, so there's nothing going on with our games.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm saying we didn't play our home game. We didn't play our home because we had to play in Italy.
No, but who was the team you played against?
What, Benfica?
Yeah, Portugal's on the red list, mate. That's why.
Do one, man. Anyway.
What's made saying?
Huh?
The affirmation guy.
Yeah. SW6 said, man said Smade, SW6 said Chelsea player Havertz false 9, even though he was not clinical, we create chances. Yeah, in fairness, we did. Iklas says, bro, this is literally Lampard ball with a bit more intensity and defensive solidarity because we play 5 at the back. If we go back, I disagree. If we go back to a back 4, Bearman will be exposed. I'm on the fence with this manager. How can you be on the fence with the manager? He's just come in.
No, but Oscar, I agree though. I think Tuchel knows that he can't play a back 4. I think he knows that his players are not good enough to play in that back four the way he sort of plays.
Of course. But what Iklas is doing is he's using that to criticize Tuchel. He's saying that, like, literally, we should be able to play in a back four. But
you know what? I
ain't good enough.
I think Tuchel, I don't know how long he will have, and I don't know how many windows he'll have to strengthen the squad. But if he had his ideal amount, like, unlimited budget, for example, could buy anyone he wanted, I think he goes back to the four. I think that's what he originally wanted.
That's what a lot of people say. That's what a lot of people say. I'm not waiting around for it. Like, every time a team sheet gets released, people saw Pulisic in the team and they were like, "Oh, Chelsea playing a back four today." Then you watch it on the pitch; it's not a back four. So I can only go by what he's playing at Chelsea. I'm not going to assume he's going to change it. Okay, a couple more from Iklas, and then I want to ask Peter a very, very important question. Mount is good, but he's just good. Nothing special. Yeah, fair enough. Big up Rudiger again. Rudiger was our best player. Oh no, second best player. I want to ask you. Yes, I want to ask you now, because at the beginning of the season you had your reservations about a certain Edouard Mendy, and it's clear that he, is not the world-class goalkeeper that Chelsea need to take us to winning the league and the Champions League and whatnot. But he has performed very, very well this season. He's kept more clean sheets than he's conceded goals. More clean sheets than goals conceded with Edouard Mendy in goal this season. And on Saturday he did pull out two very, very top tier saves. One of them I'd say was world class. The other one was just really, really good. So what are your thoughts on him now? Would you say he's performed better than you thought he would?
I think so. I think I can say that. I think he has performed better. But you said something at the beginning of your statement there, is that he's not good enough to win the league or to win you any trophies. And that's what it comes down to at the end of the day. It's what you've just said. So for me, it doesn't matter if I think he has performed better than I expected him to do. But if he's not going to win you trophies, what the heck is he doing at your club? And also, obviously, listen, anyone's better than Kepa, right? You could have taken Sam Johnston at West Brom, and he's a good goalkeeper, by the way. He would have been better, and I think even Ramsdale would have been better. Let's look at somebody a bit more who concedes a lot of goals. Ramsdale probably would have been better than Kepa. So look, look. How much did you pay for him? 16?
Yeah, it's about 20 million.
Yeah, so 20 million quid. You've got 20 million quid. You've got a 20 million quid goalkeeper there. Fair dude. That's what
I feel like he's been. I feel like he's been really, really good this year.
I mean, look, you said at the beginning, it was you who said, he's not going to be a world-class goalkeeper. He's not going to win you the league, and there's the red flag. If you're Chelsea Football Club, there is no time. Oscar, hear me out. There is no time to piss about, especially in the goal. As a goalkeeper, don't play games. Look at what Liverpool did. Look at what Man City do. You know what I'm saying? Manchester United have got a decent goalkeeper in there. But what's it called? When it comes to winning the leagues, you look at the goalkeepers that have won the leagues. When I said
he's not going to win us the league, I just don't think he's going to be the keeper that saves us 15, 17 points. But you're talking about all those other teams. Mendy has more clean sheets than any of the top teams. So then is he going to win you the league then? What I simply meant by that is that he's not a world-class goalkeeper. He's not top 5 in the world. That's what I meant. But he's good enough to get a job done. And I feel like the fact that he's an African goalkeeper, the fact that he's a black goalkeeper, went before him in a lot of conversations. I'm watching, when teams do that combined 11, right? I watched the combined 11 of Chelsea versus Man United. People are putting De Gea in there over Mendy. I'm saying, hold on, De Gea's been rubbish for 3 years. Mendy's had a good season this year. What is this equation in which he doesn't get rated higher just because?
The thing with Mendy, Oscar. The thing with Mendy is this though. You need consistency over time, because what can happen is, say next season he reverts to, or let's just say he becomes a give me a terrible goalkeeper. He becomes a Kepa, right? He becomes a Kepa next season. Consistency would show me like this guy hasn't been that great over. He's 28 years of age or something like that, right? He's not a goalkeeper, and yet we're only hearing about it for the first time now. So it goes to show that in his career he hasn't made enough noise for us to even hear about. Unless you watch the French league or whatever league he was in, then fair enough. But if you're asking me, has he been good this season? I can't turn around and say he hasn't, because he has been. He's been better than I thought he was. He is a £20 million goalkeeper. There you go.
I think he's more than that now.
I don't agree with that. You need consistency. I can't get it in this batch. I can't have it just in one season and say, yeah, you know what, this is what it is.
So you need another season, is what you're saying.
He needs 2 seasons. I need 2 more seasons of this. Then I can say, do you know what? He's a very good goalkeeper.
Footy Agenda said Mendy is the exception that proves the rule. Can anyone work out what that means?
I don't know what it means.
Footy Agendas, you might have to explain that one because I'm not fully with you.
Okay. Oh, actually, yeah, because they might be going the other way of what we're seeing isn't necessarily all as it seems. Or he's saying that, you know what, this Mendy might be as good as we're being given based on just a small sample size.
Pro Gray said coming for Mendy is anti-black. I kind of agree.
I'm
with it. I'm with it. What? Because like look at the mistakes that Alisson's made. He's quite clearly the best goalkeeper in the league, but he's made horrible mistakes this year.
Oscar, let me stop you there. Okay, you had to go and do that, didn't you?
What?
You can't do. Listen, I get it. We're emotional, yeah. We're emotional human beings, and we say things out of zeal. What you've just done there, though. Yeah, you brought up a very great case, Your Honor, for Mendy. But to bring up Alisson and his mistakes, when you look at his pedigree and look at his catalogue over the last 2 years, come on. I'm talking about consistency over time. Alisson has proved to be one of the best goalkeepers in the world.
No, but Pete, you were writing this guy off before he even played a game for Chelsea.
Oscar, and I'm still writing him off in the sense of he's not going to win you the league, and that's what matters. For me, that's what matters. If you're Chelsea, if you're Man United, if you're Man City, and you sign a goalkeeper, you begin with the end in mind. What famous quote is that? Yeah, you begin with the end in mind. If your end is to win the league, get the goalkeeper that wins you the league. You don't do it of, oh snap, we've made a mistake, let's replace this. You know, it's like a plaster over this next mistake. Because at the end of the day, you've now got Kepa and Mendy. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, it's like...
Lola said the way you're describing Mendy sounds like Martinez.
In what sense? Can you make sense of that? What does she mean?
As in, because I remember at the same time when we were talking about Mendy, you were talking about Emi Martinez and how you didn't think he was that good either. But, you know...
No. Martinez, again, was the same thing. It was clearly that, look, we had 10 games of Martinez, if that, right? Of a sample size to say, this guy isn't going to, we didn't think he was going to be this brilliant. Now, don't get me wrong, he's having a fantastic season at Villa. That's a player who I could say, do you know what, I've got to hold my hands up. This guy's actually been superb. Let's see if it continues, because he had a howler, I think, the other day. Recently, he had a howler. But anyway, I'm talking about the consistency over time. What have we got of Mendy in the last 10 years? Have we got more good than bad? And what have we got over, you know what I mean? Like, what have we got over these players to be speaking about winning leagues? When Chelsea signed a goalkeeper, Oscar, the title is what matters, nothing else. He shouldn't be at Chelsea. That's my point.
I hear you, but given the situation that he came in, I think he's okay. So Footy Agenda explained himself. Mendy is good, but him being good stands out because of the no black goalkeeper rule. No, it doesn't. He's literally like the second most clean sheets in the league. Like, what are you talking about?
He's saying no, because he's saying that there's no good black goalkeepers, as in the comment that was made about the no good black goalkeepers. Okay. So he's the exception to the rule.
But he's one of the best goalkeepers. He's been one of the best goalkeepers in the league this season.
Listen. He's the exception to the rule, meaning he is not one of them.
No, but he said no. What I'm saying is he's saying Mendy being good stands out because of the no black goalkeepers rule. I'm saying it stands out because he's had more clean sheets than goals conceded. That's why it stands out, not because he's black.
But listen, we'll go. Look, Chesney's won the Golden Glove before. I don't hear anyone speaking his name. It doesn't mean he can win the goal. He can, Martinez might win
we can talk about Chesney and how that he had this week.
I mean, look, what I'm saying is like, look, Martinez probably will win the Golden Glove this year. Chesney's won it before in the past. It doesn't necessarily mean...
What's Golden Glove? Most clean sheets?
Most clean sheets.
Yeah, Mendy's taking that. Villa can't keep clean sheets. Their clean sheets are going.
Martinez has 11, though. How many has Mendy got?
No, Martinez has got more than 11, no?
Okay, so even then, how many has Mendy got?
No, he's ahead. So Man City have the most clean sheets, then Chelsea, then Villa. But I think the first, I think
with Villa it's the one goalkeeper, whereas Man City have had Chelsea have had.
So I think Emi Martinez has more than Mendy, but I think come end of the season, Mendy will have more if Tuchel keeps.
He should. In fairness, he should.
Yeah. Okay. SW6 says Martinez over Saka. I mean, over Leno. There's a really interesting. No, I said Saka because of the next comment. Pro Gray said, by this logic of time, consistency, that sort of thing, you can't say Saka is or Foden. Do we need a bigger sample of them too?
100%. What are we doing? Are we saying that Saka and Foden are the best players in the league? No. But can they be young player of the season? Absolutely. With Saka, the last 2 seasons, guess what? Saka's put in a shift, hasn't he? Foden, when he's come on and when we've seen him, he's shown moments of brilliance. But we're not going to go out there and say, Foden shouldn't necessarily be starting for Man City. He hasn't got a given right to start. You know what I mean? He's good. But let's see consistency over time.
Okay. I guess we can move on from Chelsea now.
Yeah, I think we're more or less done, to be fair. Unless you don't want to mention, Leicester City getting a 5-0 win. Kelechi, obviously bigging up the mothers and that. You got to shout out a man like Kelechi here. Speaking of Africans, he was bigging up the mumsy. That's an African if I've met one. But yeah, 5-0 winners. First hat-trick in the Premier League. Brilliant post-match. Brighton beating Southampton. Goodness grief.
Do you know what? Yeah, I'm so happy for Che Adams because he's scoring goals now. But, fam, Southampton are in the mud.
They've been in the mud for a bit.
When's the last time they won a game?
It's a good question.
Probably Liverpool.
I was going to say Liverpool.
I'm looking at their fixture results now. I'm going to find out. Go on.
Wait, all of the goals in that game were decent goals.
Okay, their last win wasn't actually that long ago. It was Sheffield United 2 weeks ago. But before that,
you got to beat Sheffield United.
You have to.
Yeah, before that, go on.
I'm scrolling.
Oh, you're still scrolling. Okay.
Before that, their last win was December 13th.
Are you serious? Arsenal. Was that Arsenal?
No. It was.
I think it drew actually.
It was Sheffield United again. Sheffield United at home.
Wowza. Okay. Palace beating West Brom 1-0. Milivojevic penalty.
Lola says the relegation battle is looking brilliant down there.
It actually is looking brilliant. I've just looked at the table.
Do you know what?
Brighton are fully in there.
It's a Nando's medium. It is a Nando's medium because the thing is, I'm looking at these teams. Fulham went on a run in it of some good results, but they're still 18. What one? Get out of there.
No, but they faced City. I was thinking, they had a good game, and then they just gave up towards the end. But literally just
Newcastle getting relegated.
No, but you know what? Yeah,
I feel like Newcastle getting relegated.
I hear you, man, on that. But fam, don't you feel like Fulham have been on a feel-good factor lately, last couple of months, and I'm still seeing them here. Do you know what I mean? It's I'm still here.
No, but remember when they started doing the feel-good stuff? How many points they were behind?
Probably
the fact that they've come up 2 points now. 2 points behind Newcastle.
But then you look at Newcastle, Robin. When is the last time Newcastle bought a win? Do you know what I'm saying? I'm looking at Newcastle.
I love all money.
Huh?
I love all money.
And then I saw the team they put out against. Who did Newcastle play on the weekend? The team they put out against. Who did they play? Newcastle. Villa. The team they put out against Villa.
Yeah, 1-1.
How they got a point in that game was atrocious.
It was absolute dross. I couldn't believe it. Yeah.
No Callum Wilson, no ASM is a mad thing. But just back on Fulham, I think the reason why is because what Robin's saying is true. When Fulham started playing ball, you could see Scotty Parker was working it. They were still losing games. And then they started drawing. They drew with Liverpool. They drew with Spurs. I remember they had 5 draws in a row. And it was Fulham are playing better than they were because they were losing before. But they didn't get 3 points on the board anytime. So it's been a slow progress. I think they're going to come out of it. I'm rooting for Fulham.
They bought him 6.5 for a start.
But also as well though, they beat Leicester away. Do you know what I mean? They beat Liverpool away. I'm thinking, come on, that should earn them out of the bottom 3. Surely.
Look at what Lola's saying. No, the draws was the issue for them. It wasn't even the defeats. They kept drawing games.
That's what they have to say.
They were drawing against big teams, weren't they?
Yeah, they drew. They drew with Tottenham. They drew with Liverpool. I'm sure there's another one in there I'm forgetting. But yeah.
Look, listen to Newcastle's fixtures. Yeah. Brighton. Tottenham. Burnley. West Ham. Liverpool. Arsenal. Leicester City.
We still got to play
City. And their last 2 games, Sheffield United and Fulham.
Holy smokes! What a spicy tantalizing.
Newcastle going down.
Newcastle are out of here.
You say that, but what's Fulham's fixtures? Fulham's might not be that nice, blood.
But Fulham don't need the best fixtures. They're a good team.
Yeah, Fulham's fixtures are a bit mad.
I agree. Listen, Brighton ain't safe, guys. I'm still on the Brighton wagon.
Oh, yeah, I'm Brighton as well. Do you know what it is, guys?
Expected goals FC.
Let me just say one thing, yeah. I really felt like I wanted Burnley to go down this year because Burnley are so whack. But teams like Arsenal and Liverpool just had to give them W's to propel them up. It's you guys are the reason Burnley are going to be here next year.
Oscar, look at Brighton's next 5. Yeah, Newcastle at home, as David's mentioned. Manchester United away. Everton at home. Chelsea away. Sheffield away. I don't know, bro. I don't know. Listen, Lola's right. It is a medium Nando's relegation battle for sure.
Bro, before we move on, yeah, I just want to address one comment from Iklas Omi because he tried at me. He said he don't want to hear what I want to say because he's in La La Land with the other dumb Chelsea fans up this manager's arse. Apparently, I'm up Tuchel's arse because I think we're going to make top 4, and he's done a right job when we're unbeaten. Relax, bro. Relax.
Remember what I said when you signed him? We'll just leave it there.
Boss like Endo said Arsenal have Newcastle away in April. Peter, you played them in the FA Cup. That's why you're confused.
Endo knows everything.
He's on job. The thing is, I was thinking, like, I swear we played Newcastle twice, but then I was like, how have we played them at home twice already this season? That doesn't make sense.
Endo, what's Liverpool saying, bruv?
Well, they're winning, right? I haven't even turned on the game.
Let me finish off with these games, yeah? So we mentioned Palace. Everton, of course, losing at home to Burnley. You know, Oscar, add Everton into that mix. They want to give Burnley W's as well. And yeah,
Liverpool. I said Liverpool and Arsenal.
I said Everton because Everton have
my bad. Yeah. Lola O said Brighton are pissing me off because they're XGFC. That is 100%. Funny. XG only leads to XP.
What's XP?
Expected points, but not
expected points.
You like these stats, bruv. Move, man.
Look, they got a victory at St. Mary's. 2 good goals as well. Goal of the week.
Lamela.
Woo!
Eric Lamela.
Taking a piss. Go
on another week, McNeil had a shout.
McNeil.
Presto.
It was delicious. Yeah, you tweeted that. Yeah. Lamela gets the goal of the week. Player of the week. Come on. Uncle
Kelechi. Nacho. I'm so happy for him, man.
Kelechi with the and his post match was just, you know, it tops it off. Team of the week.
Big shout out to Potter. Knocking Juventus out, but you're not part of the Premier League. So just wanted to give him a match.
No, that's fair.
Do you think Leicester set down the marker?
It's Leicester, man. Come on, bruv.
I mean, it was Leicester.
As much as I want to give it, yeah.
To be fair, though, they played Sheffield United. Is there not another impressive victory like Burnley away at Everton or Arsenal beating Spurs or Brighton beating Southampton?
It's a clean sheet and they played Sheffield off the park. Every other game was a bit of it was an week, so that's what I'm giving to Leicester.
Has to be Leicester for me.
Yeah, are we going with Leicester City? 5-0?
I don't know, man. I do kind of want to give it to Arsenal.
I do want to give it to Arsenal, but it's just like
Arsenal is standard to beat Tottenham, bro.
Where's the standard?
Isn't it though? You don't make a big deal about it, so I don't know.
You made a big deal.
I have a question for the Arsenal fans.
Oh dear.
Here we go.
Is St. Patrick's Day happening this year?
No. I don't think about that, bro.
No, of course not.
It's happened for a while, my friend.
It happened in a long time, bro. I don't care about that.
I was asking, do you believe?
Robin, you see how they act like they don't care when they don't win it? Like when it happens, they're gonna be like, "It happened again." You don't care about Tottenham, man.
Bro, listen, I'll only sing that thing when we win the league, man. For flip's sake, man.
That's when it matters. That's what it really
matters, blood.
You have to understand, bro. Like Arsenal, have won the league at White Hart Lane, at Old Trafford, at Anfield. We can't come here talking about Dibby St. Tottenham's Day.
White Hart Lane back. By the way, North London is red.
Bro, Adrian,
that's not.
Adrian, give them again. Give them again.
That's right. Fam, Arsenal have won more Premier Leagues at White Hart Lane than Spurs have. Come on, man. Because you finished a couple of years on the chart.
Do you know what's so funny, yeah? Because when I grew up, in the flipping 90s, I knew that Arsenal and Spurs was a rivalry, but the Arsenal fans I knew and spoke to didn't give a monkeys about Spurs. They didn't care. They were focused on Man United and winning the league. Then it became Chelsea. As time went on, all of a sudden Spurs became a big game. And I always used to say this to Pete. I'm like, Pete, when did you start caring about Spurs? Because you never cared back in the day. Now you don't care.
We've fallen off the cliff, bro. This is what I'm trying to tell you, man.
It's true, bro. You know it's peak, Wenger has more Premier League wins than Spurs. That is a joke thing, fam. That's a joke thing, fam. He hasn't been in the league for 3 years.
Yeah, he does. He has 2 games. He has 2 more games. 2 more games. Yeah, he does.
Wenger came in 96. What was Spurs doing then? And when did Wenger leave? What, 2016?
Yeah, he left in 2018, I think. 18.
Holy smokes. So what was Spurs been doing either side of that time?
Spurs were winning games in the Premier League up until 96. Wenger started at 0 and left them. Come on, man.
Them stats going around. That's why David's spot on, bro. This St. Tottenham's Day is utter nonsense. It should mean nothing. If we win the league, then we can talk.
Yo, this is what I'm trying to say, bro.
What we need to do is win the league at Stamford Bridge. That's what we need to do next. That's the next thing. That's all I care about right now. And just complete the circle.
Yeah, Progress saying that when Arsenal joined Spurs as a mid-table team, that's when people started to care. North London derby is a sad occasion. The day Everton Liverpool is a big matchup is the day I stopped watching Liverpool. Right? I can't lie. We might be going back to that. You lot are not far from each other in the league still.
Steady.
Remember what happened the last time they finished the top of us in the league as well. Just remember.
What happened? Hey. What, you won the Champions League? All right.
I said you said it.
Listen. You know, there's a thing called Bayern München. I keep saying it. If you can't beat them, you're not winning the Champions League. That's the end of the story.
Nah, man. Nah.
Bro.
I'll say the you know what's, we're not going to win it with Nat Phillips in defense.
You know what's funny, yeah? You see how much grease we've given Spurs, but that is probably the most embarrassing football club in Premier League history. It's got to be. When you look at their history and what's happened, you know what I mean? Men have moved to their ends and run amok. Then you've got men who are not even in the title race, finishing above them. And then you've got managers who've won more games than the team. Come on. This is probably the most embarrassing team in the Premier League. Find me another. Arsenal's close.
You need to stop taking them seriously. Derby. What's next? Have we done Team of the Week?
We'll give it to Leicester.
Leicester, man.
Yeah. Leicester.
I'm going to go Arsenal. It's big derby. I'm going
Arsenal. Oscar, like you said, it. We shouldn't care about it.
Yeah, but you do. So.
What's it called? Not that guy this week.
Did they?
I've got one, but I've got one.
Wait. What's that? Endo said, nah, AD, you flopped. Everton finished above us in 11-12 and 12-13, and we won a League Cup in that time.
Who was your manager then?
11-12 was Kenny. 12-13 was Brendan.
That's horrible. That's horrible.
I just said remember. Did you say anything?
God.
Yeah, he said remember what happened.
I've got a not that guy, but I'm waiting for other people.
Let's see. What's the Arsenal going to say? It was never an issue until they started calling themselves a bigger club because they had a bigger stadium. Yeah, man. Spurs are what, man? What's his name?
Pathetic.
Sir Alex at half time when he was 3-0 down said, "Guys, it's Tottenham. Come on."
He said it's only Tottenham.
He was 3-0 down. The mitigated goal to even say that. I don't care who you're playing. If you're 3-0 down, you can't be giving it the big one.
What did they win? 5-3 in the end.
And they won 5-3. Yeah. That's when you knew, bro.
Good times. That's what it was.
They made a 61,000 seat stadium because the Emirates was only 60k. Come on, this is the team. It's not a rivalry. It's a rivalry, but there's only one top dog.
There's only one team.
Okay. Guys, who's not that guy?
He's not that guy, guys. Let's see. Who's not that guy? I don't even have anyone, to be fair. Who's not that guy this week?
I mean,
you got one. You got one.
I had someone, but he left my mind.
I mean, Aubameyang gets a mention, bro.
Yeah.
You got.
I think if Arsenal lost, he would be in heavy contention.
Yeah. You can't be Aubameyang. Yeah, he's a small one. He's not that guy, bro. Please. You got Lamborghini. Fam. Yo.
Bro, have you driven through Muswell Hill on a Sunday afternoon? Yeah.
He has a game every weekend, bro. Why are you giving the
now you're the captain, bro. Now, bro, you're the captain of the club.
But what if it happens to be not his fault?
I don't care.
It's one thing.
Peter, can I be honest with you?
Yeah, go on.
I'd like to believe that if there was a genuine reason, Arteta wouldn't have taken that stance. But for me, it's just pure negligence, and it's not the first time ever.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. I think Oba is a harsh one.
Yeah, no, because Peter, you hate lateness and you hate tardiness from anyone else.
I do.
In real life,
I
you
do.
get upset when people are late. So don't.
Yeah. Do I then banish them from the land? I don't.
Yes.
No, but
How is this? Listen, it's a howler. Right? It's a howler, and you got to take your fine. Okay.
Yeah.
You play the damn game, though. I'm sorry.
I agree. Play the game.
If we hadn't won, and then Aubameyang's getting all this smoke here, we got to be looking at.
Man said get a speeding ticket, be on time. David, have you got someone?
But have you seen London, lads? They must get a speeding ticket. You can't move.
You can't even move.
I really got anyone still.
And by the way, the Holloway Road is a joke as well. The roads to the stadium.
Guys, the comments are talking about a person, but I don't know if we want to give it to that person.
I can't see the
a certain man who refused to get 5 subs, blood.
5 subs.
Whoa.
This is why. Okay, let me just read out the comments.
He's not my guy. He's not my person.
What agenda says, not that guy, Chris Wilder. The captain goes down with the ship. The coward should have resigned back in December when he had less than 5 points and given his successor time and a transfer window to work something out. Pro Grey has also chimed in and says, Wilder. I think this is extremely harsh.
It's scandalous, guys. Yeah. First of all, do we believe that he left, or do you think he got sacked?
Fired.
I think it was a bit of a Piers Morgan thing. I think it was a bit of a ultimatum was given and he walked.
Right. So surely the owners of Sheffield United should be questioned.
Now we're talking.
Surely.
Yeah.
He got this, when we say in the mud, this team was playing in 2018. They were playing in League One.
No. Wilder's rise at Sheffield United. It's worthy of a stand. He deserves a stand.
Oh, 100%.
Won the whole flipping stadium after him.
Take down the Jessica Ennis stand. Part of the Chris Wilder stand.
Hey, Oscar, not in these times, trust me.
What does Jessica Ennis have a stand for? Get her out of it.
Oh, Oscar, careful, my friend.
No, guys. We're missing someone.
Is she just an Olympian? Is that it?
Oh, dear. Let me come off.
Guys.
Yeah, go on.
No, I have two people. First of all, the people that robbed the PSG players, Marquinhos and Di Maria. That's very serious offense.
We have to see how that pans out. They might be the guy.
Whoa.
Wow.
Endo, it's your time.
Oh.
They might get
It's your time.
Yeah, that's wild. There's this kidnapping talking.
For which comment though? The Jessica Ennis?
I don't know which one that's for.
No, the PSG one.
Yeah, the role.
Okay. First of all, someone after the podcast, someone needs to actually explain to me what was wrong with the Jessica Ennis comment because I don't know what.
No. I'll talk about the PSG one. The PSG one was what?
PSG one
was what?
There's 4 stands. You can just choose another one.
But guys.
Hey,
Oscar, you mean mad? Yeah, you're mad.
Induction into the Hall of Fame of not that guy. Oscar Majuzzi. You're not that guy, bruv!
No.
This is ludicrous.
No, guys. Yeah, that was wild. That was very wild.
Listen, that was wild.
Man, them are being robbed. Families are being held hostage, and you said he might be that guy? Are you serious?
Yeah, man, if you get away with it,
Bro.
Nah. Oscar. Nah, you need to stop.
This is Hogan at Bash at the Beach.
Okay, Oscar is definitely not that guy.
Listen, you're
wait, what women did that?
Even his wife.
It's best for me to say nothing. It's best for me to say nothing. Continue, guys.
Jessica out of this, fam. You know what I mean? Gold medal. You know the way they're like. You just got to leave her out. You just got to leave her out.
I don't understand why she's the. Never mind.
No, but guys,
Yo,
did we not watch matches of the day?
Oh, yeah, that idiot.
It's not that guy.
I didn't watch match of the day, but I'm hearing this. I think I can know who you lot are talking about because he was trending on Twitter at some stage.
Yeah.
It is what I think it is.
The guy was not being professional. He was all in his head, saying his opinion that Tottenham were all over the game and the ref was blaming him. But no, your team was trash and you deserve to lose and you're unprofessional and you shouldn't take over Gary Lineker's job. So therefore, Jermaine Genius, you are not that guy. Sort it out. Absolute waste, man. Terrible.
I can't lie. I wasn't too displeased when people were saying that he should take over Gary Lineker. But after that performance on Match of the Day, Sunday night, this guy was a disgrace. And the worst thing about it is that Peter probably agrees with everything he said.
First of all, let's just pump the brakes. Yeah, let's pump the frigging brakes. me and Jermaine Genius have never got on. Okay, let's be very, very clear. Let's be very, very clear. And secondly, I'm going to double down on it. He's got form for this. Do you remember when Spurs lost 4-2 to Chelsea? What was it, in the semi-final?
Yep.
And his head was hot.
The match scored a screamer.
In fact, Lampard was in the studs with him, and he was giving it. Oh, mate. Listen, Jermaine Genius, the absolute tool. No, mate, he could get the heck out of here. Bin him off.
He was meant to be a player, though.
So it was
What, Dyer?
So was Diaby.
Oh, fair enough.
Anyway, Oscar has dropped the Hogan leg drop.
I can't
Whose side is he on?
Actually, let me throw in one more, yeah?
He the third man.
One.
Let me throw in one more, yeah? Oscar got
One.
one. The Paris man, them are just wild. I don't know what's going on with the French man.
Anyone can get it. Anyone can get it.
What the heck? You're still going.
This time in Paris.
This Frenchman has been very questionable. He's a well, let me not say he's a nice guy, but he's been, I don't know, he's a very undercover guy. But yeah, he was born 30th of November 1960. I'm gonna be quick.
He's a big man.
Presented this flagship program since 1990, bro. Yeah, and
okay.
Obviously, last week, if you've been paying attention, we know what happened. The Royals are having a bit of a sneaky one still.
Can you call it domestics?
Huh?
Can you call it domestics, considering it's a royal family?
No, this is international. This is international reference.
Yeah, it's international.
This is
a certain someone the following day, he got binned, blood. He got binned. And obviously, but we all know it. He doesn't need to be mentioned, bro. He got the business. The black woman got into him.
Jeez.
The black guy got onto him. The black weatherman got onto him. Everyone got the leg out. 40,000 man got the leg out. We got him out of here. Nah.
Oh dear. There's
and
more.
goes on Twitter, yeah, and decides to write, whether it's a football manager, a television presenter, or any professional.
I saw this. I was disappointed.
It's always sad when someone loses their job.
Oh God, man!
Clown. I won't say the guy's name. He's excellent at what he does, and I'm sure he'll be back on the telly soon. Hall of Fame.
Hall of Fame.
Hall of Fame. He has to go in there, blood.
It's not Hall of Fame. It's not Hall of
He
Fame.
has to go in there.
He's got a lot of development.
Man's on set with Ian Wright. Dion Dublin.
He deserves this week's induction. That's for sure.
Is it? To be fair, I thought he repented though. I thought the guy repented.
Nah, blood. And he's been questionable over the years, blood. He's come out with some bad stuff, blood. And he's remained on Saturday nights. But today, blood, nah, cuz. Inducted into the Hall of Fame. Gary Winston Lineker. You're not that guy, bro!
Bro, bid him off. Do you know who I thought you were mentioning? Listen, Gary Lineker is not no good guy, bro. That's a guy who I unfollow on Twitter, but I always see his tweets. I don't know why. Stop liking his stuff, all of you, man, yeah? But anyway, Gary Lineker's a tool, bro. Massive tool. I don't know what to say. Do you know, I thought you were talking about somebody else. I thought, you know, nice guy, BBC presenter in the morning, Mr. Dan Walker.
What is he doing?
No, I thought his one was dodge as well, yeah.
His was dodge, but he repented quickly.
Oh, he repented. I thought he was having banner, bro, like cussing him up. I was like,
I thought Dan Walker was falling off, blood. I said, come on.
Hey, the comments are killing me. Lola said, Mr. Walker should have sat there.
Hey.
Footy Agenda said,
I remember what Sharon Osbourne.
Not that gal, Sharon Osbourne.
Yeah. 100%. 100%. But then again, like, look at the family. Them man is not his blood. Did you not watch?
He was feeling bats.
Did you not watch? They were like the first reality show, weren't they? What was their show called? Was it just the Osbournes?
Yeah, something like that.
Remember how wild that program was? Like them man were
them man are all taps. Them man are all
It was on a women's show, yeah, talking Greece, and then got shut down for that. Friggin' Aussie's a nutcase. God damn.
What did he even make music?
I don't know.
What was his thing?
Just like Marilyn Manson and Jace blood. I don't know.
SW6 says stretcher at the Molyneux.
What's happened at Molyneux, mate?
Someone's had a big injury and it's serious. I can't even tell who's down, but it's a Wolves player. It's not looking good.
Not another one, man.
Adrian's heart was in his mouth. He's thinking, nah, I can't be another defender. Nah, it's not you lot, but it's a Wolves player. I'll keep you lot updated, but
let's go. Very, very quickly. Fixtures for next week. FA Cup, very quickly. Everton, Man City. Who's going through? Quarterfinals.
Come on, Everton, please.
Come on, you talk.
Come on, Everton.
Chelsea against Sheffield United.
Has to be a Chelsea win.
Should be a semi-final, innit? Should be a semi-final, let's be honest. The big one. Leicester City at home to Manchester United. Come on, Leicester. Come on, Brendan. Don't let me down.
Come on, Leicester.
It literally depends what happens on Thursday.
Come on, Leicester.
Why? I think you're going to lose both.
Ooh. I think he's right.
I was just talking spicy for the sake of it. I don't actually think that. But why? Why does it matter?
Only has to.
I feel like what he. Yeah, no, he does. At the same time, I feel like who he plays on Thursday, we'll see what happens on the weekend.
He don't know how to rest Rashford. He don't know how to rest players, blood. He just plays the best ones. Is Van der Beek fit?
Yeah. No, he's not. But apparently he's come back. I don't know what injury he has.
Oh, you
apparently he's out.
You don't have 2 tough games. I don't know what you're gonna do. Oh, that's tough. Yeah, I'm gonna say Leicester, Peter. I'm gonna say Leicester based on the fact that
I'm going to Leicester. Come on, Brendan. Don't let me down, Brendan Rodgers, okay? I've literally secured your top 4 place. Now, don't let me down this weekend, okay? And also in the Premier League, the only real big game I think in the Premier League is West Ham United at home to Arsenal. 3:00 kickoff on a Saturday. Wow.
Why is it Saturday?
It's on Sunday. What am I talking about? Sunday, 3:00. That's weird.
It's because you got Europa.
Sunday, 3:00, Robin.
Yeah.
Don't make sense out of stupidity, bro. 3:00 you've never seen on a Sunday. You've never seen a 3:00 Sunday.
I have seen a 3:00 on a Sunday this season.
Lie. You're a liar.
This season. I'm saying this season.
I'm calling you out. You're a liar.
Yeah.
This TV, man.
You're a liar. 3:00 on Sunday, guys. Come on.
Would you rather 12?
Look, I'd rather we just play Europa League between now and the end of the season to see how far we can get.
the league.
Yeah. And of course, Lola's just updated us that it's Rui Patricio, in goal.
Yeah.
He has gone down. Villa against Spurs are the other game. Villa Spurs are the other game at 7:30. Do Spurs bounce back?
Yeah. If Villa don't have Grealish, then yeah, Spurs win that, I think.
Also, by the way, Fulham Leeds is the Friday night as well, so that could be tasty. Fulham against Leeds, tasty.
Okay. Lastly, just in case anyone has anything else, Lola said, "Have you guys seen the French under-21 team?"
Yeah, man.
Yep.
Rude. Peter,
We were discussing this earlier. I said France just got ballers for days. Like they just have a machine, but Peter has his alternative points.
No, like literally with France, I think they've always had the talent. Do you know what I mean? France have always had talent for as long as since they won the World Cup in '98, right? They've always churned out talent, and yet I'm looking at this squad. Yeah, you look at the goalkeepers, for example. Leeds, Millier is there. Lafont of Nantes is there as well. You've got Fofana. You've got Kanate as well. Koundé is there as well.
Is Saliba there?
No, he's not there.
Yeah, he's not good enough.
Listen, when you're sitting next to a man, yeah, with the strong out, yeah, you can't get nothing.
Wait, what? What's that?
You can't get the team. I'm sorry.
That's just out of respect.
You can't get the team.
Out of respect, you can't get that man.
No, but big man thing, their under-21 team could like get to the semis.
I'm naming the team, Oscar. In the midfield, you got Hassan Ouar. You get me? You got Camavinga. You got Farah. Gendouzi is in there as well. You know what I'm saying? Samir of Lille is there as well. Up front, they've got Diaby of Samari. What did I say?
Samir. You said Samir.
Obviously, Diaby from Leverkusen. Osman Edouard. I didn't even know he's that young. And he's in the French side as well. Yeah, man, decent side, man. Decent side. It could
you've got Chouameni, top player as well.
Yeah, man. From Monaco?
Yes.
Yeah,
it's techie for them, man. It's techie for them, man. The England squad came out, and I think it pales in comparison. But we got some good young talent.
Man, like Brewster and Steven Sessegnon.
I mean,
you just pick the worst players. Come on.
I was gonna say.
I gotta let the agenda fly.
You know what? Yeah, I was looking at the goalkeepers.
Why is Lola doing that? Lola said he's the captain. Gendouzi's the captain, apparently.
Yeah, what's wrong?
Gendouzi doesn't start in that team.
Yeah, he does. What are you talking about?
Are you dumb? Have you seen the midfield?
Go on, name the guy that who goes ahead of him.
He's not better than Aouar. He's not better than Samare. He's not better than flipping
Camavinga.
He's not better than Camavinga. He's not better than man. He's not better than holding bench.
At the heart of that midfield, Gendouzi, right?
Gendouzi is at the heart of the water bottles that hand out at halftime.
Check out England's under 23. But obviously Aaron Ramsdale.
So smelly, bro.
I was thinking of Johnston. Yeah? I was thinking of Johnston. Right? I love it. Bro, hey, Sam Johnston, yeah, I'm sitting there thinking, yo, why is he not in the squad? That dude's 27. Where's his age gone?
No, Pete, that's a young goalkeeper. 27.
He's not in the under 21. He's not in the under 21.
Young keepers, man.
Probably left United at like 23, to be fair.
Yeah. You've got Max Aarons, Godfrey, you've got Ryan Coutinho. You've also got Tanganga. You've got Ben Wilmot. Tom Davis. How old is that brother?
That guy's like 26, bro.
He's born 98.
Is he?
Yeah, born 98.
Nah, Tom Davies and Eze should not be in that squad. They're both too old.
Well, how old is Eze?
in there?
Eze's like 24, bro.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, I don't know. I might be wrong. I'm going to Google it.
Now,
what are these rules?
He's 97. No, wait. I think he's 97.
How old is he?
That's Lola's.
22. He's 22. He's over it by 1 year. That's cap. He can play.
You got Conor Gallagher, Curtis Jones, Dwight McNeil, Oliver Skipp, and then the forwards: Mason Greenwood, as you said, Callum Hudson.
Say his name.
Ryan Brewster, Eddie Nketiah, back and the middle death row, back. What? What's man saying?
It's not a bad team.
It's not a bad team.
I can't lie. I thought Emil Smith Rowe was French because of his name. I didn't know he was English.
Answer Robin now. Everyone in the comments, answer Robin now.
Why?
French. Get him.
I thought he was French. What I said wrong?
You know what it is? It's because the Smith really does bring home the Englishness.
You can't get more English than Smith.
I get you on the Emil.
But I was just like, I genuinely thought it's not something that was like, it's wild.
If you listen to him speak, he's as South London as it gets.
Like I said, when I first knew who he was, I thought, this is a nice brother. You can play for France. But I was like, he's English. Fair enough. That's all.
Lola said that apparently she's not saying it for bants or bias. It's literal that Guendouzi is the captain of the under-21s for France. Yeah. Interesting.
Damn it! I take it no one's cancelling Robin.
Why?
No.
Oh, what you
Why?
tried to cancel him?
Yeah,
For saying that
Get him. That's an emotional.
Why?
For telling Phils.
Hey?
What?
Why are you trying to cancel people for cancelling?
I said Emil Smith Rowe French. Disrespect.
By the way, this game, has just stopped. I don't understand what's going on because I want to explain what's going on in the Wolves game. They've just stopped.
With the Patricio thing?
Yeah.
Don't tell me it's another horrific one.
Like
After
all the players are still on the pitch. They've put 7 minutes plus. We're now in 95 minutes. So I'm guessing they're going to add more time afterwards. But I feel like the injury must have been really, really bad because they're not even showing replays.
I hope he's okay, man. Let's not have another one. Let's not have another one. It's a Robinho failure. There we go. There's one. That'll do. That'll do for me.
Yeah, it's not quite the cancel or Robinho out.
For me.
Good enough.
That will do for me. All right, lads. That sums up this week's Top 4 podcast. All right. Make sure to share, like, and subscribe. Let's hope Patricio heals from whatever it is that's happened.
Man, we don't want to see that.
We hope that he recovers ASAP. At Top 4 Podcast on the Twitter, Spotify, iTunes, SoundCloud, YouTube. We're live every single Monday, 8 p.m. Make sure you catch us next week. Peace.